So this is first impressions, so there's going to be a lot of waffle, probably some awkward silences,
And your wife in
a
the
few,
background.
and my wife in the background. So there might be some interjections too. So first thing I noticed on this screen here is they've changed the colour of the buttons. It was an orange, now it's a orange yellow. Okay then. So let's take a look at loadouts. And I've got war gear, more war gear options. The health and armour have changed, dropped, I think. Well, what I remember was the health was 100 and... no, armour was 100 and health was 200, so that's definitely dropped. We'll see if that changes as I... tactical's the same, ground assault's the same, and so is jump assault. So presumably that's baseline. So our effective health pool has gone down, which I've seen comments on the forums about lower time to kill. So that agrees with those comments that I've seen, and see why. Let's go in and see what options we've got. No new weapons. Wasn't expecting any. Stick with my Requiem Heavy Bolter, even though they don't show the sensor still. Armour options. This is new. So we've got the power armour, which is bog standard. Artificer power armour, which presumably is better. Doesn't say, doesn't give me a preview of what that increase will be. Relic power armor, same thing. Same number of loadout points. So let's see what happens if I equip that. No updates to stats. Let's see. If we change class, so health was 130, armor was 65. Health is 130, armor is 85 with the Artificer power armor. Doesn't seem to update live until you... oh no, it did update. So the Artificer armor increases your armor to 85 from 65. And the Relic power armor also increases armor to 85. So there appears to be no difference between those two, but if you've got the loadout points, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Now there's no visual updates, which the devs said that there wouldn't be any visual changes from War Gear yet. It will be implemented later. So, let's go for Relic power armor. It's gold, it'll match my Heavy Bolter. And I've changed the... I've got an Iron Halo. Now this is listing differences, stat differences for each one. Halo of X. Guess we don't know about that yet. We've got the Iron Halo, which increases armor. We've got health, which increases health. Toughness increases toughness. And toughness rating, which increases toughness. I'm not sure what the difference between toughness and toughness rating is. but apparently those will be purity seals, yes, and that will be an iron halo and a halo of something else. So there's the 13 armor, and there's 13 armor, 30 toughness. So that's probably going to be the equivalent of the, I think, the sigil of Nurgle these days. So as far as I'm concerned, increasing my survivability is a no-brainer. War Gear 2, nothing's changed there. Still got regen delay or regen rate. I prefer regen delay so I can get back into the fight faster or sooner. The regen rate seems to be fast enough for my purposes. Any new consumables? No, ammo pack, health pack. I'm going to stick with my ammo pack for now. Same set of grenade options. Been running crack for the occasional rhino I come across. On the fence, every time I come across a rhino I wish I had a crack. Every time I come across some infantry I wish I had a frag. I'd switch back to frag for now. Nothing in the trinket options, I don't think. No, nothing in the trinket options. And we still have the bog standard. So with the addition of my relic power armor and increase of Halo of X, I've increased my health has stayed at 130, my armor is up to 198, and my toughness is 130. So we'll see how that turns out. It sounds a lot tougher. I've spent a lot more of my loadout points this time, which is nice, rather than hovering around about half of them spent. So yeah, that's loadouts. Now, this is where it gets interesting in terms of loadout points. This is, I've stripped down my shield bro to basic kit out, because I was playing around with them a little bit when I wasn't recording, and I found something interesting. So this is a basic loyalist ground assault, chainsword, shield, armor, no war gear at all. So I like giving this guy Judex Malorum, a fancy power sword. Give him that. Let's give him some fancy armor. Give him some relic power armor because it's cool. It's important to have a health pack so I can recover from damage, and grenades are always useful. Let's give him some frag grenades because they'll be anti-infantry. War gear. Let's make him nice and tough. Increase his armor and his toughness. Less worry about health. Different playstyle. Now we're pushing 835 loadout points there, and can't fit either of those. I cannot fit a fully kitted out war gear on this guy. So let's go back, downgrade this to one of the cheaper options, 115 points, toughness or health. So I've already increased its toughness, let's go for the health. Just as even spread, so just as tough as anyone else, but it's got more armor and more health, and still can't fit those. So I have a choice currently with the loadout costs of fitting one of my war gear 1 slots or one of my war gear 2 slots, unless I drop one of my consumables or grenades. So For argument's sake, considering I'm terrible at melee and have high latency, more likely to be dead than healing. There's crates everywhere and friendly apothecaries, I hope. So let's drop the healing kit. Keep the grenades because they're always useful. Go back in and reduced armor delay. 965 points, so a whole bunch of war gear, upped his survivability at the cost of his health pack. Or I could drop the grenades just as easily in terms of the same argument that I'll toss one and be done. I don't use them very often and there's crates to restock it everywhere. So yes, interesting. Harder to give this guy a full loadout, and if I go for a more expensive weapon, of course, then like the Power Fist, I have to drop something further. So yeah, interesting. Another interesting thing, having just had trouble loading up the ground assault, is this is a jump assault who's got armor, 2 pieces of war gear, consumables, grenades. He's got the same power sword, but the pistol's cheaper, so he can have everything that he wants. Can even go to a plasma pistol if I wanted to. And let's see, Power Fist and plasma pistol, getting really expensive here. Yeah, you can fit everything. The ground assault apparently is just more expensive. Alright, let's go see how this performs in a controlled environment. Let's jump into the Garrison and see how the heavy bolter behaves these days. Ooh, and it's reset my my mouse settings. That's really slow. Now I've got my, well, I don't know if it's still got my custom settings or not. The mouse is smooth, so I suspect so. So I've got my X and Y look speed scaled about 0.02 in order to smooth out some jerkiness that I was having. So that's why I'm having to set my look sensitivity so high. So let's see if I can get that working before I get too much further in here. Yeah, still a little bit slow, but it's good enough. Now things do look a bit better. These older ones have changed colour. They're all red now. I've got dripping blood where it's eaten into the ground. And they're acidic blood. It's a pretty neat touch there. Level of detail seems to have gone up. Still very bright and shiny. Oh, floating guy. Nice. That's new. Probably not intended. Now there's the increased zoom, greater reduction in field of view when braced. Now supposedly coming up sometime soon is the ability to brace and zoom independently, but for now this is much nicer in order to be able to keep things on target. And look at that recoil control. That is fantastic. But not getting any damage registering. Let's change my loadout. See if it's a heavy ball or not.
seek forgiveness.
Not seeing any streams, bullet trails from that. But I was seeing the explosions. That's a little bold.
Enemies on the throne! Coordinates uploaded. Proceed with caution.
Something a little strange going on here. That's really strange. A lot of clicking around there. Now I see what people have been talking about with lock-on being a little crazy and not working very well. Yeah. It's not so great. Let's go back to the heavy bolter. Have a bit of a play around over them, even though we can't see what damage it's doing. Stuck on this little something there. Still got points there. No, that 7 mouse sensitivity is no good. I'll deal with that later. Wow. That is really getting stuck on nothing. I have to see what Ellipsis A is like getting in and out of the back room now, if that's any different. That is a thing of beauty. I really like that change. It's going to be way easier to keep things on target. It looks like they've fixed the recoil problem, which the recoil reduction in braced wasn't applying apparently. Recoil in general seems to be lower. And let's see. Yeah, reticle bloom seems to have a larger maximum than previously. Just going gut feel. Got no basis for that. But it feels pretty slow, so that's okay. But yeah, I'm going to be able to keep things on target a lot better with that. That's a real nice change. Real nice. Only when you start firing long bursts that your accuracy goes down. Work my way around that circle without too many problems. I like. Let's see how much, if there's a difference between just aimed and braced. Critical bloom goes up much faster. Much faster. Let's get rid of that annoying little click. That's better. There's now a clear difference between just aimed and braced. As far as I'm concerned, braced is going to be the way to go. Far superior performance when braced. Now, I've heard that there's still a hit scan accuracy bug going on with hits not registering. Hard to tell without the numbers coming up here and not being able to observe other people's firing very easily, but that aside, this looks like it's going to be a lot easier to kill people at range. that level of performance at range kind of reminds me of what it was like way back patch 13, where I really liked the way the weapon handled. Huh. Never noticed those guys in the pipes before. Well, time to take a look at PvE. Let's go shoot some Neds. So we'll go to world map, and turreted Hive is now active. Let's see what happens if we press that. We start queuing. That's a novel experience, isn't it? Let's see how long this one is. And time is now 7:26. That wasn't too bad. According to Steam charts, there are 193 people playing. Last time I checked. So,
everyone wants to know what the new thing does.
yes, everyone wants to know what the new thing does. Just patch night. Let's take the heavy bolter.
Forgiveness here. All shall fall before us. Repent, for tomorrow you die. Primarch progenitor, to your glory and the glory of his Sarah, that only be found in death.
Okay, so this looks nice. Like what you've done with the decor.
Go.
Let's check our loadouts. Okay,
Crimson we are,
2 heavy bolters
and the crimson we seek. What we seek can
and
only be
2
found.
apothecaries. It looks like.
World of abomination.
Oh, this looks like fun so far. One side, he covers the other.
Coordinates
I have no
uploaded.
idea where I'm going,
Proceed
so
with
I'm just
caution.
going to follow people. See what happens. That was short.
Remember Cygnus Prime.
Very short. Okay.
For the land.
What's next?
Uploading coordinates. Rally and capture.
Okay. Apparently I was in the wrong place.
Thank you for the assistance.
I'm getting out of here. Let's see what happens. Set up here.
Proceed to this location. Watch for foes.
Okay, we're on the move, apparently. Let other people know what we're doing.
Coordinates uploaded. Proceed with caution.
There's a ventilation chamber. Okay. Take a bit of a beating. Covering the asses of the heavy weapons is probably the okay, so what happens when I die? I get to sit around. Can't move the camera. Now I'm following somebody. Somebody who's crawling around. Trying to make it. Yeah, we didn't do too well that time. Mission failed. Turned its way. Not an auspicious start. I've got commendations. Save that for later. Little XP. I guess I'm gonna get experience in PvE. That's nice. Not exactly unexpected, but it is nice. Sometimes they split it. So I got most kills. I secured an objective. I'll take your word for it. Interesting, the only players who remain in the match can get those commendations, or it just so happened that us two were the ones. So let's try that again. Yes. Unfortunately, it kicks you all the way out, so you have to go all the way back in. So yeah, I can see why people just quit if you fail. It is going to be a lot faster and more interesting. As far as clicking on things to get back in, it can be called interesting, but it is slightly better and you've got more options to do something else than just sit around and wait. But maybe don't get the commendations and the XP. I don't know if those would count or not if you just left. Okay, so let's try some PvP. Chaos Marines attacking us on Ellipsis. That's nice. That's team kills within, or just ticking away. Yeah, looks like it's just ticking. That's nice. Give me a that's it, that's it. Ooh! Power Fist. One shot. It seems to be doing a little more damage. Target is way easier. Still having difficulty killing things. May or may not be terrible.
Hostile transport spotted!
This guy's Probably can't be because I'm myself. Yeah. Not really noticing the additional toughness and armor making a huge difference, to be honest. Makes me wonder why the Mark of Nurgle seems so much harder to kill.
Enemies on the throne!
Yeah, time to kill seems real. Which is strange given the extra. Well, no, because I'm used to 100 toughness, 100 armor, 200 health. I've dropped those values and haven't. The war gear doesn't push it up that high again.
Never relent!
So, I'm even more fragile than I used to be. That's really not easy to kill. And I'm just basically stuck here. In fact, we're both stuck here, just keeping each other busy. Yeah, this isn't feeling a lot different this patch. Still getting overrun by chaos. Still hard to drop people. The accuracy is much nicer. But the ability to kill people, for me, it's about the same. But the rate at which I get killed seems to have gone slightly down. Yep, getting one shot from behind. Which hasn't changed a lot, to be honest. The ebb and flow does seem to be different
I am
actually.
the shield of deliverance! The hammer of Ra!
Going back and forth over at point A rather than getting completely steamrolled once we lose A. Yeah, we can't brace on this anymore. That's not very convenient at all. So basically defense here, once I go outside or stick my nose out the window, there's nowhere to brace. That doesn't seem convenient. Missed.
Enemies of the throne! To your feet! We fight on!
You can't brace on that. That's unhelpful. Textures have improved, but can't brace on it.
Converge here! Await further instruction!
That makes me sad. I am a grumpy fool. see here where being able to unzoom would be nice.
Your aid is appreciated, brother.
Heal me, heal me. Yeah, that's good. That's the good shit.
We see the bomb.
Nice accuracy. Put that exactly where I want.
Your aid is appreciated, brother.
Yeah, it really does focus again. This is not a good zoom level for this. Come on, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Watch my back.
Apothecary.
It's taking a while to kick in that heal. Latency issues, perhaps, or has it got a delay on it? Wonder. Come on, if you go. Come on. Yep, that's it. That's it. Good boy.
Sons of the Lion, let the grief
So yeah,
of
that's
scourge your resolve.
been fairly quiet.
Redemption,
Got commendations. Shoulder mount is most melee downs. How unsurprising. I'm not on there. Not terribly surprising. I didn't do a lot.
we are the
Kind of a
hate
shitty
and
match
the
for
claw
Chaos.
and the fury of the
But
Lion.
overall, not a lot has changed in terms of the way the battle feels.
Die.
I felt like it was a little bit more even. Chaos versus Loyalists. But that could have been players, could have been melee combination. It's hard to tell from one match, but it felt like it was more even. The heavy bolter feels a lot nicer in terms of its recoil control, the increased field of view. However, it still seems to take about the same amount of time to kill things, and the decreased field of view is nice at range, but causes problems up close. The additional war gear that we've been given doesn't really seem to make much of a difference, although I've got it applied to give myself the maximum armour and toughness that I can. So I would imagine that having less would just be even squishier. But at those values, I've got less health and less armour than I've been accustomed to. So the time to be killed has gone down. Certainly the melee one-shots are completely killing me rather than just downing me in that one shot and then the follow-up fast attack. So yeah, I'm taking a lot less to kill these days, while it feels like the targets are taking about the same amount of time to kill. But overall, the improvements to Heavy Bolter are nice in the way it works. Just hopefully the hit bug that apparently is still in there will be fixed, and the lethality will come up to where it should be.